it's me. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm starting this video straight into the game this time rather than doing a whole little preamble and, you know, whatever. They call it a Marin Open? A Marin Open, whatever. Basically because it's really late at night and I don't have time to record a big whole long video and edit together and stuff like that. So I figured I'd just jump straight into the things and show you what's been done today, and hopefully that's interesting to you. That's way more sustainable for me. I think I can make like one more longer detailed video a week, but for these little like daily check-ins, you know, I want to try and keep these. I want to make sure that I'm putting out a video a day, and so that just means that I'm going to have to change the format for those a little bit. So, what I did today was a couple of different things. What I hope you can see straight away is that we have like some more complexity going here now. There's like a lot of things going on, a lot of mess being produced. These are messy, dirty Vikings throwing their iron slag everywhere. What I wanted to do today was really try and see what later stages of the game look like. One of the things that's happened is that as I have been working on the game, I end up just constantly concentrating on like the starting parts of the game, because that's what happens when I open it up. And so what I've tried to do is just restored from saves later on in the game. Here we're at milestone 3 and we've unlocked a bunch of stuff like our control towers. And so now you can see that there's like Vikings that are just completely moving around on their own. And we can get that going with our control towers, which is basically you assign a Viking to run it. At the moment, we're just representing this by they're standing on top of the cube. And you can go over to the control tower and record a bunch of commands in the same way that you would on a Viking. So here we can tell you, walk over to the tree, harvest some wood from the tree, pick up that last item, walk over to this furnace, insert the wood that you picked up, and then finally walk back to the control tower and get you some more commands. And what that means is that we end up being able to create these kind of cool infinite loops, where Vikings, as long as there's enough psi inside of them, will continue to work on that same thing effectively forever. So that gives us some really cool things to play around with. We still need to worry about their hunger and their rest and all that sort of stuff, but for the most part, it means we can start really getting some automation done. And that's really the main thing that I wanted to show off today, is like this is all stuff that's in the game already, but I've just never had a chance to show it off because I'm always focusing so much on the start of it. One of the ways that I got here as well is I've added like a new debug menu. I know this isn't like super sexy stuff, but again, I'm trying to show you the real things that happen here. And being able to toggle on things like our line drawing, as well as things like being able to, like, some of these names get really hectic, but like no escape, where that one basically means that if a Viking hasn't been brainwashed for a while, normally what happens is they become they escape, and they can, you know, either wander off, or they can like try and wake up other Vikings, or they'll become destructive or whatever. Being able to, but that's great, and that's what we want in the game, but sometimes if I'm just testing something, I don't really want to have to worry about those things. Same for like Vikings' needs, you know, like their hunger and rest and stuff like that. There's nothing more annoying than working on something and just watching a Viking accidentally drop dead. So being able to turn those things off, as well as, you know, some other things like being able to build instantly, super helpful. And so that's what I did today. I played the game for quite a bit and really just wanted to test out what this sort of like, you know, this is towards like maybe the mid to late part of what the demo would look like. This is about half an hour in, and you're sort of like starting to build up some cool infrastructure here. And just doing that made a couple of things just seem really apparent to me. Like we definitely need like a storage thing. You know, like at the moment we're just dropping stuff all over the ground and Vikings walk through it and it's a whole mess. Having you know, what you would see in a normal automation game, like a wooden crate or something like that would be super helpful. The other thing that I noticed is that I have, even though we have the ability to pick up the last item you harvested, I don't currently, I've, you know, obviously not thought about picking up the last item you crafted. And so at the moment, we can't actually fully automate our paperclip production process because that requires us to smelt some iron here in the clay furnace, which is, you know, crafting an item. And so that doesn't actually allow us to do that. So, you know, we can't actually automate those things. And so what I've realized by playing like this further into the game is kind of interesting how the game reveals itself to you, or it tells you what it needs. This is what some people tell me. But what I've realized is that most of the time, you never actually want to issue a command on an item that exists. So here we've got like the slag, and we can go walk over and insert it and stuff like that, but that's all very manual. And that's not what we want to play an automation game for. You know, we're not playing an RTS here, we're trying to build a factory. We want to try and build something that's automated. Yeah, Clipper's got its different thing where it does that through brainwashing, but ultimately automation is what we want to be doing. And so what I've sort of realized is that like what you really want to be doing is you want to be talking about things that exist in the future. You know, so for example, like this pick up last harvested item thing, that's talking about an item that will exist in the future. Rather than one that exists right now. That might sound like a little bit weird and a bit abstract, but I think I really want to lean into that idea more about like what you really want to be doing in the game is building up these sort of like queues or lists or schedules or whatever you want to call them. I should be calling them something. I'm the one making the game. I should come up with a name of commands that Viking should do, and I really want to make that experience feel a lot better than it currently does. So yeah, that's most of what I did today. Putting together that debug menu, playing the game a bunch, taking a bunch of notes, and trying to think of what would be useful. So I hope that was an interesting video to watch. It's at least an update. We've got 18 days left. You know, I really want to get these models. You know, I don't want to be looking at pink cubes anymore. They're a great prototyping tool, but I really want to be getting some finalized assets in there, and getting our updated animations and that sort of stuff. Those are all really important. We've got some optimizations to pathfinding that are on the way that should avoid some of the zigzagging that we see and allow us to walk across really long distances, like going over to a village. But, you know, I think everything's really starting to come together. So tomorrow is going to be really heads down on getting that automation stuff feeling a lot cleaner and nicer than it does right now. You know, like I want to be able to, just looking at this control tower, I don't know what the schedule of commands is going to be. I want to be able to highlight over it or click on it and see what's going on, and be able to either like re-record the commands or even just interact with them directly. That'd be really helpful. Then like another little thing is like once you've submitted your paperclips, we don't like clean them up. We just leave them hovering above the paperclip pit. I want to do something cool where the paperclips fly into the sky or like something stupid. You know, just to make it feel fun when you submit a milestone. It should feel like an accomplishment. We need a little bit of razzle dazzle for that, and also just to clear them out of the scene so that we're not, you know, tripping over them. So yeah, and then being able to put things in boxes. You gotta have boxes. You just gotta do it. So that'll be my work probably tomorrow and the day after that, and it'll be interesting. And then once we're done with that, then we're going to start doing some playtesting. Really need to get people who aren't the person who made the game playing the game. Like I really want to get some outside feedback. So if you're interested in playtesting the game, you know, drop a note in the comments below, or I think that's probably the only way you can reach out to me at the moment. Drop a note and I'll sign you up to our little short list of playtesters who've been playing the game so far. But really want to get some more people looking at it and get some fresh blood in there. So Anyway, that's it for today's update. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.